His final resting place is in the Orthodox Jewish enclave of Monsey, New York. Even though Joe Diangello had left the Hasidic life, even left his birth name, Yoel Deutsch, behind, taking up a heavy metal persona.
I think when that person raped me, he murdered my Jewish soul.
In 2009, Joe Diangello brought me to the shul and mikvah bath on Marcy Avenue in Williamsburg, where his painful odyssey began at age 7.
It was a Friday afternoon, and I've been going to the mikvah at that time with my father, and it's supposed to cleanse your soul.
Instead, Diangello said he was sexually assaulted by a man whose face he never saw.
I didn't know anything about rape. I didn't even know anything about sex. It felt like my whole spine just crumbled.
He was rejected by the Hasidic community because he stood up, because he talked about his sexual abuse.
Lonnie Suri co-founded Survivors for Justice with Diangello.
Step back.
Diangello attended the 2012 trial for Hasidic counselor Nehemiah Weberman, sent to prison for 103 years for sexually assaulting a 12-year-old female client. We'd met Joe Diangello through childhood friend Joel Engelman, who'd repeatedly confronted his former principal on the street in 2009. The principal denied any wrongdoing when Engelman was an 8-year-old. And while Engelman recently married a nurse, Joe Diangello struggled with mental health issues. In his old community of Williamsburg, not many were willing to say they knew him. Did you remember him, Yoel Deutsch?
A long time he left.
We're at Joe Diangello's gravesite here in Monsey, New York. He was buried by some members of his Hasidic family under his Hebrew name, his birth name, Yoel Deutsch. But he was not laid to rest in a section of the cemetery that is normally reserved for ultra-Orthodox Jews.
They are burying the issue, burying him.
This was Mother's Day 2014, and Joe Diangello joined my family for dinner. On that Sunday, he made a remark about taking Xanax, an anti-anxiety medicine. Yet in the last year, Joe Diangello was running marathons, attending Yankee games, and working in the medical billing field. At 34, the cause of death is listed as overdose. His closest friends think it was accidental.
Joe was a troubled young man. He carried a lot of pain, but he struggled with tremendous courage. He's a real hero.
I'm Mary Murphy, PIX11 News.